Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for WLBT Plus. My name is Kara Shirley, your digital news desk host, and it is Monday, May the 12th, day after Mother's Day. I hope you all had a wonderful and lovely Mother's Day. I know I did. My daughter surprised me by coming over to see me. Didn't know she was going to be coming. I may have cried just a little or a lot, but it was a great day. And I hope you all had the same kind of great day. Again, it is Monday, May the 12th. If you're tuning in on our website or through our mobile app, thank you so much for doing so. Don't forget, you can always tune in on your smart TV as well. Any of your smart devices, Apple, Roku, Google, Fire Stick, anything like that. Download the WLBT app and you can watch not only our newscast as they are happening, you can watch past newscasts. You can watch past episodes of this show, investigative reports that we've done. There is a lot of content there for you on our smart TV app. So make sure you have that downloaded. If you're watching on our social streams, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or anything like that, thank you so much for being there. Don't forget, you can always leave a comment, thought, question, suggestion, anything like that in the comment section. As I always say, I call this our interactive newscast. I like to get to hear from you guys. Let's see, we've got Melissa is tuning in from Jackson. Hello, Melissa. And then Miss Angela with the Mic Magazine is tuning in from Greenville. Hello to you as well. Right now, what we have happening or getting ready to happen is a press conference that is being held by the city of Jackson by Mayor Lumumba. This happens every Monday around 1 o'clock. Generally happens every Monday around 1 o'clock. And in just a little bit, we're going to take a live look into that press conference, see what's going on, see what they're talking about, just kind of pop in real quick and see what is going on. Before we do that, though, let's take a look outside. We do have a rather cloudy day out there. Looking over a Flowwood right now, courtesy of our Sheraton camera there at the refuge. Very cloudy day. I believe it's going to remain cloudy for the rest of the day, but sunshine will be returning soon. Fingers crossed, thankfully, for that. So before we look into the press conference, I want to bring you guys some breaking news that we have that happened this morning. The first one is coming out of Humphreys County, where a man was found stabbed at a residence at Wlbt Estates on Saturday. So we just got this information in today. The sheriff's department says deputies found the man dead laying in the road when they arrived there at the scene. Humphreys County Sheriff Bruce Williams identified the man as or the victim rather, as Eric Jenkins. So what we do know right now is these two people here on your screen have been arrested in this crime. Deania Horns was the victim's girlfriend, and Damika Pearson, she was the sister of Horns. They're both of Leland. They were still there on the scene, and they did get arrested. They've been booked into the Humphreys County Jail. Horns is charged with domestic violence, and Pearson has been charged with murder. And then we have some news out of Adams County, where the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation is investigating an officer-involved shooting involving the Natchez Police Department. So here's the picture or the map of about where this happened. We were told that it happened near the old Natchez Visitor Center on Canal Street late Sunday night, according to the Natchez Democrat. Now, NBI says that officers were trying to serve a warrant on the subject, Philip Stokes Jr., who was 20. He was wanted for attempted murder following a shooting that injured a woman after midnight on Friday morning on Lafayette Street there. When they got there, Stokes pulled out a firearm, which resulted in an exchange of gunfire between the subject and law enforcement officers. So the subject did sustain critical injuries. He was transported to Merit Health in Natchez. Thankfully, no officers were injured in this. NBI is currently assessing this incident and gathering the information, and we will continue to bring you updated information online and in our newscast as it becomes available. Now, looking back here at our comments, we have Miss Flora tuning in. Hello, Miss Flora. Susie is watching from Gluckstadt. Got a story about Gluckstadt in just a little bit, Miss Susie. Rose Bell is tuning in from Vicksburg. Jacqueline in Durant. Linda Craig saying, good afternoon, tuning in late. Thank you for your service. Well, thank you for that, Miss Linda. And Clarksville, Tennessee is listening. Miss Linda Craig. Hello, Miss Linda. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, always let me know in the comments section where you are watching from. Like I said, I do enjoy getting to see where everybody is tuning in from. We get you guys from all over the place. So it looks like the press conference still has not started. So we're going to go ahead and continue with the news. So a man is dead now after driving his car into Lake George and calling for help early Saturday morning. So this is the area where the incident happened. So Ricky Shivers, the Yazoo County coroner, tells 3 on Your Side that this incident happened about 3:30 Saturday morning. Yazoo County dispatch received a call from a man stating that he had run off of a bridge and into the river, which is east of the Holly Bluff community. Yazoo County officials found the car several minutes later in the floodwaters of Lake George at Sataria and 15 Mile Road. So Coroner Shivers says that the tail lights were the only thing visible of the car. The driver could not be found with a visual search of the area. Volunteer first responders and the Yazoo County dive team arrived on scene then. 2 boats were put into the water along with some divers. At around 8 a.m., the driver was located. So Coroner Shivers says the driver has been identified as 19-year-old Kiernity Moore of Rolling Fork. This incident is under investigation by the Yazoo County Sheriff's Department and the Mississippi Department of Wildlife, Fisheries, and Parks. When we receive more information, of course, we will update you on that. Miss Jan tuning in from Mize. Hello. Belzona is tuning in. I actually got a story for you coming up right next about Belzona. And then Foxworth, Miss Diane and Foxworth is tuning in. So speaking of Belzona, the police chief has announced that he is stepping down from the town's top cop job. So Chief Rogers Simpson submitted a resignation letter on Thursday. In that letter, he stated that he would no longer work for the city effective immediately. So in the letter, he states that, quote, recent actions by certain members of the Board of Aldermen have tarnished the profession, and that he has been publicly slandered by these individuals who seem determined to damage his reputation. He additionally claims that the municipality was, quote, so toxic it has become nearly impossible to lead effectively in the eyes of the citizens. So the city is now going to be searching for a new chief to fill the vacant positions. And you can, of course, view the entire resignation letter on our website at wlbt.com. And hey, Ronald, see you tuning in from Hollandale. How are you? So I told you earlier we were going to have some information or a story out of Gluckstadt. Let's go to that right now. So in Gluckstadt, a man has been arrested following a traffic stop that happened. Police conducted the traffic stop for careless driving and improper equipment. Well, during that stop, a stolen firearm, which was reported out of Jackson, was then discovered inside the vehicle. The passenger, who is here on your screen, Caleb Cole Washington, he was arrested for possession of that stolen firearm. He was booked at the Gluckstadt Police Department, later transported to the Madison County Detention Center, where he will await his initial appearance in the Gluckstadt Municipal Court. And then news coming out of Warren County, the Mississippi Highway Patrol is investigating an 18-wheeler crash that happened early yesterday. So the incident happened around 2 a.m. near the 16-mile marker on I-20 eastbound. So the Highway Patrol tells 3 on Your Side that thankfully the driver was not injured. Both of the eastbound lanes were temporarily closed, but they should be back open now. And coming back here to Rankin County, where a man has been sentenced for sexual battery and gratification of lust after a short trial. This is him on your screen. 26-year-old Matthew Gardner was found guilty by a Rankin County jury following a 2-day trial last week. So he is facing up to 45 years in prison. On September the 19th of 2023, the Rankin County Sheriff's Department responded to a juvenile sexual assault victim. The abuse took place at the victim's residence. The victim disclosed that Gardner was living at home during the years of sexual abuse. He will be sentenced on June the 23rd, and we will update you on his sentencing when we get that information. The press conference still has not started, looking like it should get started momentarily, and we'll pop in when it does begin. So a man has now been arrested in related to some copper theft. Here he is on your screen. 43-year-old Clinton Pierre Jr. is charged with malicious mischief and possession of burglary tools. He entered a business on McDowell Road where he allegedly damaged the outer air conditioning unit, cutting the copper pipes. The crime was caught on surveillance video, and police say Pierre is no stranger to criminal activity, has activity dating all the way back to last year. He was given a $10,000 bond. Well, before we move on with more news for you, or taking a look at your weather, or popping into the press conference that's supposed to be getting started, let's hear from our sponsors over at Jackson Water.
Hey, Jackson, curious about our water system? Join the Jackson Water Academy to get the inside scoop on our water and sewer operations. 3 sessions, 3 months, and a whole lot of hands-on know-how. You'll even get a behind-the-scenes tour of the O.B. Curtis Water Treatment Plant. So if you're ready to dive in, head to jacksonwater.com/wateracademy or give us a ring at 601-500-5200 to apply. But hurry, spots are going fast.
And again, thanks to Jackson Water for sponsoring WLBT Plus, making it possible for us to bring you this show and many others every weekday, and provide additional content to you, or for you as well. See, Miss Valerie tuning in says she is watching from Belzona. Hello, Miss Valerie. So I just had a new story about your chief of police there resigning effective immediately. Just told that story just a few minutes ago. Still waiting for that press conference to start. We're going to pop into. So while we're waiting, let's go ahead and take that quick look at our forecast. Looking at our temperatures outside right now, we can see that we are sitting in the upper 60s, low 70s around the area. If we look at our current radar, we have a little bit of rain in Holmes, Yazoo, Madison County, even over into Leake and Atala County. Maybe spots of heavy showers, but nothing severe out there. So we go over the next 12 hours. You can see where we are going to be dropping down, kind of almost staying about the same, dropping to the mid 60s overnight, and our rain chances are going to stay the same through the overnight hours. However, as we move into the week, you can see we do have some days of beautiful sunshine, beautiful weather ahead of us. Yes, there are small chances of rain throughout the week, but it's going to be a great time to get outside and really enjoy the outdoor spring-like temperatures here in Mississippi, as spring as we seem to get sometimes here in Mississippi. But tune in today at 2:30. Our First Alert weather team will be here, and they'll be able to give you a more in-depth look at your forecast and give you, let you really know what's going on, what you can really expect for the rest of the night. And they would do it so much better than I can. So still waiting for that press conference to begin. So we're going to go ahead with another story where the Mississippi Supreme Court has denied State Auditor Shad White's appeal to dismiss Brett Favre's defamation lawsuit against him. So while White wanted the court to overturn a decision by the Hinds County judge to dismiss the suit filed by the Hall of Fame quarterback, saying he was only exercising his First Amendment rights. Favre filed a lawsuit against White over statements the auditor made against him in interviews with the media and his alleged role in Mississippi's largest bribery scandal. So the lawsuit also included statements that were made in White's book, Mississippi Swindle, Brett Favre, and the welfare scandal that shocked America. So Favre was not charged there with breaking the law. So the Supreme Court, it will not go forward with Shad White's request in that defamation lawsuit. And we'll continue to follow that. If there are any updates in that story, of course, we will be bringing those to you. This past weekend, even though there was lots of rain in the area, and unfortunately there were some canceled events because of the rain, one event did not cancel, and that was the 4th annual Mississippi Makers Fest, which took place over the weekend. So it was held at the 2 Mississippi museums where attendees had their choice among more than 50 vendors and food trucks. Vendors ranged from art pieces to comic books, jewelry, and so much more. So this year's festival was headlined by American Idol finalist Colin Stowe, and other performers include Happy Landing, Jamel Richardson, and the BTJ Trio. So even though the rain came down, organizers with the festival knew they had to push forward for the vendors and for the city.
It's been raining all day, but we've been here all morning and afternoon setting up. We have a lot of makers that still decided to join us, and food trucks. A lot of people kind of have an idea about what Jackson is, but we want to bring new light to Jackson, to Mississippi in general, through this festival.
The Mississippi Department of Archives and History hosted the event as it kicked off their 2025 summer season. And one event that didn't get canceled, but got rescheduled this past weekend because of the rain is Pepsi Pops. It was supposed to happen, I believe, Friday night, and now it is going to happen this coming up weekend. So the Mississippi Symphony Orchestra announced that Pepsi Pops was postponed because of all the rainy weather over the weekend. They hoped to get everything in, but the rain forced them to move it back a week. So you can now go to the event this Friday, May the 16th. The tickets and parking passes that have already been purchased will, of course, be honored for the new date. And let's see, still looking here, that press conference, they are running behind. It was supposed to start at 1 o'clock. We're looking at 1:21 right now. So that's okay. We're going to wait and see. Hopefully they begin before we end here today. Some very exciting news for Jackson State University. Their softball team has claimed its second consecutive SWAC championship on yesterday. So the JSU took on Florida A&M, and after falling short to them on Saturday, it was win or end the season with a championship loss. So the Rattlers got out to a 1-0 lead in the first inning, but after that, the Tigers turned on the power. Jackson State picked up 2 runs at the bottom of the second and then tagged on another run in the third. And in the end, it all came down to just one review to see if a FAMU runner left the bag too early. After a quick camera check, it was determined that she was out. Jackson State went on to win it all 3-1, and now the JSU Tigers are back-to-back SWAC champs with a spot in the NCAA tournament.
Honestly, in the SWAC, they always underestimated us. So I just think we built the fire and we just stayed together and played as one. And I feel like we've worked hard for this moment.
It's not a softball game, actually. Just the excitement of going and playing in a region to represent your conference is what we all are excited about.
So Jackson State finished the season 29-23 overall and 15-9 in SWAC play. The Tigers won their first back-to-back conference tournament title in program history with a 3-1 win over Florida A&M. Congratulations to all of those girls. I very long time ago used to play softball, loved playing it, but never ever at the level that these girls are playing it. And so congratulations to them. I know that is a very, very exciting thing, not only for them, but for JSU. And hopefully it is a big morale boost for the school right now. And let's go ahead and talk about the St. Jude home ticket sale countdown. You have just 3 days until you can buy that ticket for the St. Jude Dream Home giveaway. This video right here is the progress the crews are making in building the 2,700 square foot home. It's once again being constructed by Clark Builders and is located in the Bristol Crossing neighborhood there in Flowood. So the two-story home has an estimated value of $525,000. Among other things, it has 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, an office, and a playroom. So tickets are $100 each. All of the money from all of the ticket sales ensure that patients and their families never, ever get a bill from St. Jude for treatment, housing, travel, or food. And if you buy your ticket on the day they go on sale on our website, which is this Thursday, May the 15th, you will be entered into a drawing to win a $10,000 Visa gift card courtesy of the Dream Day Foundation. And of course, you'll also be entered to win the Dream Home, which will be given away on August the 14th. You can find out more information and more details on our website at wlbt.com. So, guys, that's going to be it for WLBT right now. Looks like the press conference is just really on a big pause. They're taking a little bit of time there to get that going, and that's okay. We're going to bring you the information of what happened there today, what they talked about. You can tune into our newscast or look for the story on our website later today. They'll be able to let you know what is happening in the city of Jackson according to the press conference or the press briefing that the mayor is having. I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I hope that you all are here to join me then. And don't forget to be here at 2:30 today for the First Alert Weather Team as they bring you an in-depth look at our forecast. And don't forget to download the WLBT app on your smart devices for your TV, Roku, Amazon Fire Stick, any of those, Apple TV, any of that. Download the WLBT app there because you can watch our newscast live. You can watch our past newscast. You can watch this newscast and so much, much more there on our website or on our smart TV app, rather. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Bye-bye.